Hello guys, Tar Heel Bob here, and I want to talk a little bit about depression. I was diagnosed a while back with major depressive disorder. Um, been on a variety of just about every antidepressant known to man. Been diagnosed with bipolar 1, then 2, and then 1. It keeps going back and forth. Then I had a PhD say my only problem was ADHD. Got off medication, basically went right back into depression. Let's see. So anywho, right now I'm on Lamictal. I've been taking it for a while. I'm taking 250 milligrams. The way I understand it, that's pretty much about as high as I can get on that. Um, and taking Wellbutrin. I've taken that before. Generally, it helps me to feel a little bit better. This is 150 meg. Um, oh, and this is the XL 24 hour. That's pretty cool. Um, Generally, Wellbutrin kind of helps me actually. Kind of gives me more of an uplift kind of feeling, and I feel better and have a little bit more energy. I know probably I haven't been on the Wellbutrin long enough to get the effects of it, but I've been really going through some major problems: listlessness, fatigue, sleep disruptive, unable to get tasks done. My apartment looks like a mess. I'll get up and do just two or three things and have to sit back down because I'm exhausted. It's hard for me to like my clothes. I've been thinking about washing my clothes for the last 3 days. And every time I pick up the basket, I just sort of like just put it down, sit back down again. So little tasks are almost impossible for me to do. I sit in front of my computer most of the time because that's my entertainment. That gives me an opportunity to at least get out of myself and enjoy different things on the internet. I have had bouts of not necessarily crying, but just tearing up. That feeling of, I wish things would get better. Um, it's frustrating. You get on medication, you think it's going to work, and then it doesn't. And then you're like, what now? Psychiatrists can only give you this, give you that, give you this, give you that. If you're one of the people like me, it's kind of like that depression sets in. It just wants to root itself inside of me. Now, luckily, I haven't been down that dark hole. I've been there before. That dark hole is hard to get out of. I've been to the point that I was so down that I was locked myself up in an apartment, wouldn't answer the phone, wouldn't answer knocking on the door. I thought it might be the police or whatever. I was a little bit paranoid. Um, and I remember laying there for day after day after day. I didn't take a shower. I barely ate. At that time, I lost a good 30 to 35 pounds. I mean, I could literally pull my pants, size 32 pants, I could pull them all the way down my waist without unzipping or unbuttoning them. That's how skinny I was. Um, just, I'll never forget those days. Believe me, now it's not as bad as that. But I would like to start getting back up and doing things that I need to do. Now, what I'm going to do in a minute, I'm going to order some Chinese food, and I'm going to walk down to the restaurant and pick it up and bring it back. I would like to sit in the restaurant and eat it, but I just don't feel comfortable right now doing that. I have a hard time being around people for a long length of time. My job, I work about 3 days, 2 to 3 days a week, sometimes about around 10 to 15 hours a week. Um, it's at a local Costco. I work for a demonstration company demoing products. That's tough. It is tough. It's hard for me to get some water. Excuse me. It's hard for me to do that type of work, and I've tried to get disability, but without a big folder of medical history, in and out of hospitals kind of thing. Getting disability is just about useless. I can't even do that at all. So I thin myself, push myself, and try to do the best I can with what I got. Luckily, things aren't as worse as they used to be. I got a place to live. I'm able to pay for my rent. Um, would I like to have more friends, be more socializing and things like that? Of course I would. And maybe down the road that might happen. But I've been bitten way too many times by friends, by wife, by girlfriends. It's kind of like, it might have been 100% me. Could have been. But it just feels like everybody always turns their back on me instead of wanting to be there for me. I have a daughter, but I don't want to burden her with this. She's too young and she has a lot of things on her plate right now. No sense me calling her up and asking her to take me to the psychiatrist or take me to the hospital. I don't want to burden her. Now, it'd be different if she was like 35 years old, already settled with her job. It'd be about that point I would call her. But she's 22 years old. She's got her own life and things to do. I have no friends to call, no real family to call. I'm kind of stuck all by myself with this. I used to go to DBSA group. I might start doing that again. DBSA is really kind of a waste of your time, but it does help you to get around people like yourself. And it's kind of silly because they sit there and continue talking about their symptoms instead of talking about their recovery. But it's kind of fun to get together, go to a restaurant, and hey, it beats being locked up in a room like I'm doing right now. So I may look into the DBSA. If you don't know what that is, that's oh man, my brain's gone dead. Just type it in Google DBSA. They have chapters all over the United States. Like I said, it's places you can find other people going through the same thing you are. It's kind of like AA, NA kind of thing, but it's not really a 12-step program. It's more of a program where you get in there and you can share particular problems that you're having. You're going through a divorce, whatever it might be. You can share that. I might look into that. I don't drive a car right now, and I do have a motorized bicycle that I'm working on. Get it back on the road. That may help some. But I can always hop the bus and go to a meeting. I might just do that. Check it out on the internet. That might help. That might help. I appreciate you listening. If you do suffer from depression, by all means, there is help out there for you. Don't be like me and be alone. Make sure you get a social network that you can use to make you feel better. And maybe I will too. I don't know. So thanks a lot for listening. I just simply try to put a face on depression. There's a lot of people out there that their aunt, uncles, husband, wives, children, boyfriend, girlfriend can be going through this right now. It's very hard on you. You don't know what to do. The only thing I can do is just be there for them when they want you to be and love them and let them know that you do. They'll get through it, especially with your help. That's something I never had. Never had anybody there that would be that way. My ex-wife, when I was married, she's sort of like, she could care less. I suffered from it, and I went down all kinds of weird roads. She didn't get the flying flip. So I guess that's why we're divorced. But no, I never had anybody really that cared enough, to want to be there for me when I'm going through things like this. So anyway, I appreciate you listening, and I certainly hope that my next video, I'm going to do a video where I'm really just not doing well. Then I'm going to do my next video when I am doing well, and hopefully to show you that there is a light at the end of the tunnel. Thank you.